Okay, so this is our first video. I'm Jesse,
I'm Arlene.
and we're gonna talk about how we met, how our relationship is, what's going on, what life is like in the Philippines, what life is like in Dumaguete. We're gonna talk about relationships, how much everything costs in the Philippines, lifestyle stuff like that. So basically, we met about a little over a month ago. I had already purchased a ticket to the Philippines, and I was looking to kind of interact with some ladies online and see on Filipina Cupid. And that is a good question. Why did you choose Filipina Cupid?
Me.
Yeah. Sorry to
Maybe
put. I know. Sorry to put you on the spot, but I want to know. I know why I did.
Do you want me to explain Visayas?
Yes, in Visayas. She's gonna speak in Visayas.
Oh my God.
Okay. Just tell me.
Okay, so guys, ako gigamit ang koan ang Filipino Cupid because naikaingon sa kuha gigamito na siya kay walay scammer dito. So ingon sila gamito ng Filipino Cupid kay ingon sila daghan ko na dito mga seryoso nga tao or what. And then so I choose Filipino Cupid because there's a lot of people there like serious, not playing games there. So that's why. So what about you, Jesse?
The reason I did is I watched a few videos, and I think I have no idea who recommended Filipina Cupid.
Yeah.
And I actually like the name because it's like Cupid is like love, and I did want to fall in love and find somebody that was worthy of my attention and affection and stuff like that. I went through a divorce about 3 months before I came out. I was with the other person for 11 years, so it was kind of that, and then also a close family member had passed away. So I went through some kind of traumatic life events before I came out. And so I was a little kind of raw, maybe emotionally, but Arlene really kind of took me into her kind of like world, and it's been great. It's been awesome.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Okay.
And so I'm super happy with how everything's gone so far. And so basically the reason I picked it was because I watched some videos online. And I watched Mike's retirement, and he said don't go to the province. And
I thought your friend referred to use Filipino Cupid, right?
No, he just said go to the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
My best friend told me go to the Philippines.
Okay.
After
good,
he
wow,
found,
good choice, babe. Yeah.
it's pretty smart.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, and then I do have two friends in the U.S. that married Filipinos. So I had seen them, and they're both still married. One's been married for 15 years, the other one for a little over 10 years.
Okay.
They both have children, and so I wanted a stable.
So how many kids they have?
Mike and his wife Rachel have one daughter that's like 10 years old, and then I think Obi and his wife just have one daughter too. And then she's built 3 houses in Mindoro. Yeah, so they've been, she worked in the U.S. for 15 years. I think she worked in fast food, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But anyway, they're just, and my other friend's wife, she works at Amazon overnights as a manager, like with a clipboard telling people to work faster and stuff like that. But I do like the industrious nature of the Filipino people. Like they seem like very industrious and like eager to work. And that's one thing that when the first time I met Arlene, I just had seen her photos, and then we talked on the phone for an hour. So we didn't actually video chat the first time. And I really liked her voice, and
Only my voice.
well, that's all I could hear. Well, I liked her photos too.
Okay.
They were great. The photos were really good. And she looked like a fun person. Like she looked fun, she looked kind of bubbly and energetic, and someone that would be fun to be around. And then the second time, of course, we video chatted. We got on a WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp, from Filipina Cupid to WhatsApp, you can get into a scam zone.
Yeah.
And I did have a couple encounters with females that were kind of, I would say, like nefarious. I'm not going to go into what happened, but basically, just because you get their WhatsApp off Filipina Cupid does not mean everything's cool.
Yeah.
You have to really watch out. It's a jungle out there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we video chatted, and then about 6 or 8 days later, I had booked my flight, and so I flew from Dallas to Los Angeles. That was 3 hours. Then from LA to Shanghai, 14 hours. From Shanghai to Cebu, and I really like flying into Cebu. That was a Filipina P recommended that. If no one's watching her channel, Filipina P has a really large YouTube channel.
Okay.
It would be cool if we got on her channel one day. But anyway,
So is Filipina Cupid, is that your first time to use dating app or?
yeah, that was and that was my first time using a an app based in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good choice.
And it was good choice. You
Yeah.
got me. You got me.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, now, once I landed in Cebu, I had purchased a ticket, I thought, for that morning, and that was $53. Everyone wants to. The reason I'm going to say how much things cost is because everyone wants to know how much stuff costs. So, my ticket was $660 to the Philippines.
Mhm.
When I got to Cebu, I had purchased a ticket for $53 from Cebu to Dipolog. But I had purchased it for the wrong day, a day early than when I got there. So I needed to buy another ticket. So that the other ticket was $70. So we're looking at $120 plus $660, so $780.
How much is peso then?
Okay, so 800 times, let's just say
6,000.
47,000 pesos.
Oh, okay.
So say that in Bisaya. How much
Okay.
it costs for me to come over? Let's say it in Bisaya.
Oh, pilata na ng total
47,000 pesos.
4,700.
No, 47,000.
47 all the total cost here.
47,000 just to fly here.
Oh my god.
Tell them in Bisaya.
So guys, ang total ni Jessie padong dito sa Pilipinas from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Is 47,000.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's a lot.
How do you say that number in Bisaya?
Number.
Yeah, 47,000. How do you say it in Bisaya?
Oh, that's
Same.
yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
It's easy to explain.
Okay, easier.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so I got out here, and then when I arrived in Cebu, I had to wait basically 2.5 hours. The flight got delayed.
Mm-hmm.
While I was there, I met a father and son that owned a sardine company based out of Dipolog. They have 100 employees, and they were really cool. They wanted to talk about Harley Davidson motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
And I had ridden the Road King in 2000, put 5,000 miles on a buddy of mine's Road King Classic in New Orleans. So we talked about motorcycles, riding Harleys, the big bikes. Like a big bike here is anything over a 400cc is considered a big bike. Most people ride mopeds that are like 125cc. And so anyway, a big bike is just like a thrill. Like, and when you see them, you'll see a group of people rolling through. And I would like to do some content with that at some point. If anyone in the Dumaguete area sees this video and wants to go roll around on these big bikes, and has access to some, I would eventually like to do a tour around the whole island. And I have done a tour around Sigahor. We'll talk about that on a later video. But back to so I did have butterflies. Now it's morning time. I'm an hour away from seeing Arlene for the first time. And I was excited. And I also felt like I could get kidnapped. Like I really thought, just because you hear stories. Like I could get kidnapped, I could get killed, anything could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a strange country. I have no rights. The police can just take me to jail for anything. Like if I blame, they take me to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear all these stories, and it just makes, like an average American, like a law-abiding, like I'm a school teacher. I obey the laws. Like it's sketchy, definitely. So it feels sketchy.
Yeah. So this is your first time in
to the
Philippines.
Philippines. I've never been.
So how can you say about Philippines?
Just I'd heard stories.
still-
I read stuff online.
Okay.
I mean, and then one guy, I'm not gonna say who, he said, "Do not go to the province.
Oh my god.
You could get killed. The brothers could attack you." Now I have met her brothers, or her brother, and she has two brothers, but I met one of them, and he was super nice, and where he cracked jokes, and he's funny. But yeah, if he attacked me, like, I mean, he's 19 and he's ripped.
Oh my god,
you know?
Jess.
I'm not saying I could, I would never want to get in a fight with RG, but anyway, so I'm coming off the plane, and the sardine guys were like, "All right, do you need a ride, or do you see her?" Right when they said see her, I saw her walking across the street, and I saw her smile, and she was smiling really big, and she wasn't walking fast. She was just walking at a nice pace, and I was like, I think I see her, and I was like, "Hey, well, I'll see you later," because they invited me to the factory. They have 100 workers, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw her, and I started going towards her, like, as fast as I could, but I didn't want to run. I just wanted to, be too eager. I
Yeah.
wanted to walk fast, kind of, like, respect the culture, this and that. So she took me, and did you take Julia? Julia was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she took
Julian mom.
Julia, and uncle.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell him Visaya just...
So, akong kaubato guys, that time is akong mama, akong igsoon, ag akong among driver. Yeah.
So so this is really common. This is something that's interesting about the culture. Her mom is probably, I would just say, late 40s. And
50 plus.
Anyway, she seems younger than that.
Yeah.
Let's call her late 40s. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But her mom, has a young vibe. Like, she sings, she's like, she's energetic, very energetic. And always smiling, always happy. And so anyway, her mom has a friend that's just a friend, they're platonic, that drives her around on the trike for gas money. He doesn't charge her like a rate. She'll just pay for gas and maybe buy him, like, now he'll come over to the house for barbecue or to cook. And he'll even cook the fish sometimes. He's he's like a man of many talents. Like, he drove a semi-truck, he can do concrete work, he can drive a trike, he can do plumbing repair. I saw him fix a washing machine. I mean, he can do anything, really.
So, can you tell everyone how's the feeling?
Okay, so when I saw her, I was nervous. I was very...
Why you're never?
I just had butterflies because we had
Oh
been
my
chatting,
God.
but it's
Okay.
different between chatting online on a video chat and then seeing you in
I think that's
person.
normal to be, right?
And I was nervous. I wasn't sure if she would accept me or not. I mean, I'm self-conscious about my looks, just being over 50. In America, if you're over 50, people, they don't want to look at you, talk to you, and
Baby.
you're invisible.
Oh, you look young, you're not old.
She likes me.
Uh-huh.
And it's different. I guess the point is, in America, people that really are over 30 are kind of look like...
Oh, yeah.
But here, people don't care how old you are. And it's true. It's really true. And so, but it's more about the heart. So anyway, but I was super nervous. I was like butterflies. And so we got in a trike with a driver in the back. And it wasn't a trike. It was a car with the front wheel.
Yeah.
It had 3 wheels. And so it was kind of romantic because we were able to sit in the back seat and I could hold her hand, and she got really close. And now she was showing some legs. She had her some shorts on.
Oh my
But it's hot out. It's hot out. So I didn't know if it was just because it's hot or whatever. And she's looking good. And she was wearing her jacket, which is common too, because they want to keep sun off. You don't want to get a lot of sun out here. The sun's very... And then her uncle drove mom and her sister Julia, that's 15.
Yeah.
So the caravan, it was two trikes. We drove 30 minutes to her hometown, which is Dapitan. It's actually, she lives in Antipolo, which is between Dapitan and Dipolog City. And so we drove, and they said, "Do you want to go out to eat?" And I was like, "Of course, let's go out to eat." And it was funny because it was a nice restaurant, I
With no
kinda-
electricity, right?
Yeah, we get there and like it was a brownout. So there was no electricity. Now they could still cook the food. And I never really told you, but I kind of wanted to go to this other restaurant that I had seen you and your mom eat at that you said your mom liked. But it wasn't, it was a Calendaria place.
Calendaria.
And so I guess it's like the place I wanted to go was not as, it's more like a lunch place. And then they wanted to go to a nicer place, which I understand with like a little more ambiance and this and that. So we went there and we ordered seafood. We had calamari just like in the US,
Yeah.
except the batter was more like a tempura batter instead of a calamari. A calamari batter in the US is more spicy. So I used to work I waited tables for years, so I worked at a bunch of I worked at Pappadeaux Seafood in Houston, Texas, so I'm very familiar with like Italian food, seafood, this and that. But the food was really good, but I was still nervous because and now I knew in the Philippines, like we could not sit this close touching when we were at the restaurant. We had to sit, show them big. We had to sit like that.
Oh,
now
like
we
we
could,
have distance.
yeah, and now I could put my hand down and where you touch my hand at the restaurant? So it's showing. So she touched my hand, and then we would look and talk, but we could not be close. So that was very awkward for an American. So here I am in America, it's always you're alone with the woman all the time. Basically, you don't meet the parents till like 2 or 3 months in. Yeah.
No, depends.
And so, but I actually did want to meet her mom because I knew it was the custom, and I wanted to get a vibe for like how the family interacted.
Yeah.
Just catch a vibe and do it like traditional customs. And can you say something of Visaya about how you were feeling on the first?
So kay kuan mas maaingon man ko sila guys kung syempre kay first time pod na ako nga ma-meet si Jessie in personal, kay first time po na ako ma-meet foreigner, So iba jud ang feeling nga, magkita man in personal kay murag excited po kaayo ba. Dayon, ako pong expression sa iya is murag syempre wala pa kayo isalig sa iya ha. So wala na ko gihatagdanan ng trust. 100%. So ingon sila pag syempre kay pila pa may kaadlaw ga istorya ga talking. And then wala po ka idea nga bisita din sila sa Pilipinas to see me. Is that it? Is that true? Yeah. So ingon sila pag magkita daw mo kinahanglan na po kuno ang parents para sila po kuno maka-judge o gusto magid ng tao compatible magid mong duha. Well, I think that I would agree that too,
Well, I could tell you were nervous. Not nervous, but you were like anticipating.
Yeah.
You had butterflies.
I'm not really nervous, babe.
You weren't?
Dili di ko kabati guys nga I feel nervous now.
Because you had basically fallen in love with me while we were video chatting still in America. Can you say that in Visaya? Because let them know. Or did you already say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I was very attracted to her from video chatting, but I didn't have that level of feeling until I showed up. Then things got very real. Now, she was very attractive. Like, I was just like, yeah, like, woo! Like, feeling it. Now, when we got to the restaurant, there was no AC. It was warm. Okay, so we're basically sweating, not
Yeah,
dripping.
because there's no electricity that time. It's brand out.
Right, and then I didn't say anything because I'm kind of an optimist, and I always think things are going to get better. I was hoping, like inside, that the AC would kick on, and about halfway through the experience there, the AC turned on, the fan turned on, we put the fan on us, and it dropped it about 4 degrees or 5 degrees, just enough to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think we had ice. Did we have ice in? I can't remember. But anyway, and we were talking with her mom. You were saying, you were translating, weren't you? A little bit.
Sure.
You would translate with your mom and stuff. Uncle was quiet. Like, Uncle just smiled. He was just happy, and he's just going to eat. He was cool. And then I did interact with him a little bit. we decided to get our own hotel room for about 3 days, which we ended up extending for 5, just to give us some us time before we went and moved into our house. Now we're gonna do a multiple part series just on what happened and walk you through everything. And then, sorry, my buddy's calling.
Okay.
We're gonna walk you through everything that happened, and like, kind of let you know where we're at now. Right now, we're in Dumaguete, and we've been here for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we've been to pool parties. Tomorrow, we're gonna go diving. We're interacting with more with locals. I have kind of an active group I'm in. We do go to church. We go to Calvary Church in Dumaguete. And then I also go to a different spiritual group, and she's going to hang out with the ladies, and I'm going to go diving with the guys tomorrow. Do you want to talk about the apartment complex? Yeah, so basically we live in an apartment complex with other Americans, with expats. There's a guy from the UK, a guy from Switzerland, and a bunch of like US. And it's nice and quiet. There's no roosters, no karaoke. Now we did buy our own karaoke. That we should do one whole video on what karaoke is in the Philippines and how important it is. But we have our own karaoke setup here. That's very important.
It's like a small speaker, not really big. Maybe they can expect like a big, to put the coins.
It has a big sound, and so we'll be basically we'll be have it
so
on.
why buy a speaker, babe?
Well, because we like to do karaoke. I actually enjoy watching her sing, and then I'll sing some songs too.
Yeah.
But we will have that stuff turned up at like 7:30 at night. And I'll be like, babe, my school teacher kicks in, and I'll be like, babe, should we turn it down a little? And she'll be like, it's not 10 yet. We can do it loud.
Yeah, there's a limit for sing video karaoke here.
And tell Visaya how much you like karaoke, babe. Just in Visaya, like that you enjoy karaoke.
Like what?
Just how like you like.
Oh well, so here in the Philippines, we expect like there's a lot of Filipinos singing karaoke. Yeah.
Tell them in Visaya, babe.
Oh my God.
Just say it real quick. Just like 2 sentences.
Oh yeah. So kay kuan man gud ka ng syempre Filipina. So expect na ginato nga murag ganahan kita murag talent nato man gud is to sing karaoke. Like narapotay talent pod. Narapotay talent mo nang iyakong gipalitan guys kay tungod kay ganahan siya mamino sa ko usay mo kanta.
Yeah, and so she has an amazing singing voice.
Not really big.
And one of my favorite singers is Adele. She does really good Adele, Rolling in the Deep, Set Fire to the Rain, and Hello. And then she likes MLTR. She has a couple basically standards that she sings. And they're all love songs, and they all have.
I love old song, the new song.
Yeah, she
I
likes
love R&B, pop song.
R&B.
Yeah.
She's got that old school.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's with me. She can put up with me. Like,
why?
because you like older stuff.
Oh. Well, age doesn't matter, Wala man sa edad kung higugma ka, eh.
Yeah. And so she told me that, okay, I guess she told me that over the video chat when we were talking in America, and it sounded like enticing and real and stuff like that. But then when I actually got here in the Philippines and met her and interacted, it's true. Like everything's true. Like we really have kind of a strong bond, and have you had fun so far?
Of course.
We've had some good times, and
well, they said that foreigner they love married Filipina because they want to take care.
Okay.
Yeah. So dahang gaingon guys nga maong ganahan sila maminyo og mga Pinay kay maayo daw matiman. Filipinas, they know how to take care of
Oh yeah,
foreigner.
no, okay.
Is that true?
Yeah, she made me breakfast this morning.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I had two. She basically just did it without even asking me because I usually just eat oatmeal, but she made me 2 eggs, 2 hot dogs, and some toast with cheese, I think.
No.
And it was really tasty. I ate it all, and I think she
So,
made my coffee too.
what Filipino food do you?
Oh, she makes really good adobo and the tuna.
Adobo is your favorite.
Yeah, I love adobo.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Uh-huh.
Chicken adobo. Have we had fish adobo yet? I can't remember.
No.
Okay, so, and then we do, basically she cooks, she washes the dishes, she's always in the kitchen.
It's like a housewife.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's wife material.
Oh.
Yeah, and so we, definitely 100%. And then, I got her, it's funny because everyone wants to know how much stuff costs. And I got her this broom at the Valencia market, and it was 70 pesos. And I'm looking, you're not going to believe this. We went to go get her nails done at Building 3 down in Dumaguete. Building 3 is like the big market, and it's a covered market because it's so hot here. The sun's out all the time. You want to be in the shade when you go buy stuff. So we went to, while she was getting her nails done, which costs $2 plus a tip, so $3, under $3. She's getting her nails done, and that lasts about 40 minutes. So I went and walked around, shopped, basically stayed out of the sun, and just wandered around. I actually bought a donut. I didn't tell you.
Oh, donut.
Yeah, I bought. What are those things called?
Yeah, it's
And
like
now
a
tell me-
round circle.
Yeah, tell me this way.
It's the same word.
Okay.
Donut.
Anyway, so I bought a donut.
Yeah.
And I snuck a donut. But anyway, so I saw the broom that we had bought. Guess how much it was, Ben?
How much is that?
Just guess.
Oh, like the same one
Yeah,
here?
basically the same one. Just guess how much they were at the market in Dumaguete.
100 pesos.
165.
Oh.
So you need to think about prices here because as an American, we are always thinking about money because basically it determines your lifestyle. Like if you can save your money, you can have like a better apartment, better like moped. You can afford maybe to go to Apo Island or Sigihor or Barake, Palawan. I would love to take her to Palawan. If anyone's watching our channel and wants to sponsor us to go stay at your resort, I'm not kidding, babe, you're laughing. If you want to sponsor
Okay.
us to go to your resort and do a full review and actually get American tourists to go or any expats, we're completely available. We have money to travel to any resort and stay there for up to 5. How long did we stay?
Well,
I think 5 days.
Yeah.
We'd stay up to 5 days. We're not trying to impose.
you
know.
didn't know? But
Unless they just take us hostage.
Oh, no.
But anyway, I heard about a resort with an endless pool for 1,600 pesos a night, which is basically like $30 a night. And
Where's
it-
that?
on the southern end of the island, and it has like an infinity pool
Oh.
where you look out and you see the ocean. So you're in the water, floating, and you're just looking out at the ocean and maybe across the jungle.
Okay.
And now we are going to take you on adventures with us. I might have her. Okay, a friend of mine is considering purchasing a Zodiac boat tomorrow, which is an inflatable. A Zodiac.
What's that?
This is funny, okay? Because this is a friend of mine that he's retired. He did very well in the U.S. and he's retired now. So he's gonna buy a boat, which is basically like the boat that Jeff Bezos goes back and forth to his yacht on. It's like a ferry boat. It's an inflatable ferry boat, babe. It's
Okay.
called the Zodiac. So he's thinking about purchasing it. Me and this guy from Finland are going to free dive, and then he's gonna scuba with his buddy, and then we have a driver for the boat. And I specifically asked about that because I don't want to go on a boat with like a new boat, new person, and just get stuck out there. That's not my game. She's gonna hang out with the ladies, with the wives of the other two guys. And it is interesting, one of the wives is from her island, from Mindara. And so I will say this, like if you forget everything about the video, province girls are all right. Tell them that in Visaya.
Diba?
Like you're from the province and everything.
Oh,
so-
yeah. So, ako guys ay taga ko anay ko taga Dapitan. So, like, more on province girl ko eh. So, dahang gaingon, di pa ako ang bitaw ka ng dahang gaingon nga province or city, mas nindot ko ng province kasi syempre peaceful. Tapos, kung murag ko ambit ma-feel kita din mong ambience nga murag nindot po kayo po andito. Then city kay city mo murag more on traffic here dayon ko an kanang dahang tao. Pero depende man po na sa inyo apot og asa man ninyo mas prefer po ang the city or province ba. Pero more on province here ko.
Now, can you tell them that certain YouTubers or certain there is a idea out there that the province is scary for foreigners and don't go to the province to find. Can you tell them about
So
that?
kay dahang manggaingon kay naay mga balita po bitaw nga dahang kidnap diri sa kuan more on part na po sa Mindanao. So naikaingon nga nakinap diri nga foreigner, but dili magud po sa tanan nga bagay nga dili sa tanan nga lugar nga naay mga kidnap diri nga na, pero layo ra po sa maoy. Kaya mo ang lugar dito sa Dapitan is more on peaceful magud siya kanang layo bitaw sa mga samok pod. Dayon more on nga murag kuan din siya kanang murag di ra po dahang tao dito, murag gamay ra siya nga lugar, gamay siya nga city than other.
Now, can you tell them that I was willing to risk my life to come see you, babe? Tell them in Visaya, baby.
What?
Tell them I really thought I could get kidnapped, and I was willing to risk my life to come see you. So,
Oh, dayon kay syempre si Jessie kay murag kuan bitaw siya murag nakadungog po nakakita sa mga news balita nga nakinap diri nga foreigner. So as a foreigner pod, murag nahadlok po siya diri mo stay sa province. Pero ana pa ko siya nga sa mo ang province sa Dapitan is safety gini sa mga diri murag layo ra sa mga kidnap or layo ra sa mga disgrasya. So ana ko siya is safe ra kay diri layo ra kayo. Sa mga to nga ako siya wala pa siya na akong i-force nga manhin siya sa mong lugar to para makita mo niya, diba? Pero kay Willie manggod po siya nga Jessie is willing to meet me, that's why. So I never forced Jessie to visit here in the province.
now, I was hoping she would kidnap me, and she kind of did. Or did I kidnap you? Or it doesn't matter.
No
Anyway.
kidnap.
You couldn't get
No
me.
kidnap.
Yeah, so anyway, so everything's cool. We're in Dumaguete now. We are going to be exploring Dumaguete. We might take you to the King's Witch restaurant for the hamburger special.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get the banana split next time, right?
Okay.
And the King's Witch is amazing, like this the view, because you're able to see all of like the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And when as the lights go down, as the sun sets, all the lights on the mountain come up, the people living on the mountain.
Yeah.
And it's pretty amazing to see just like how vast and kind of large, like, cause when I'd watched content before from Dumaguete, I thought it was a sleepy beach town with like, kind of like, I don't know, like maybe 10,000 people or something like
Yeah,
this.
so first time naman na Jessie guys nga visit diri sa Dumaguete. As a Filipina girl, dili jud ko as in nga murag laagan bitaw, murag dili jud ko makikuan like laag sa other place in Philippines. So first time naman diri nga duha. So akong my stress sa Dumaguete is yeah, there's a lot of people here, foreigner. Maybe this is the land of foreigner, Dumaguete. O kuan po kay siya guys kanang kuan po kay diri nga lugar is happy po kanang you know the ambience there is nito kay siya. Daha pong mga tourist spot like falls here also and you know that's it.
Yeah, so we are going to be going to some hot springs, tourist spots, resorts, just the best of the best. We're going to show you where to rent a bike, where to rent a moped, where you can get a cheap apartment or an expensive one, beach house. You can literally live on the beach here for $300 a month.
So, yeah.
The same that we're paying. The reason I picked this apartment though is there's a really nice swimming pool that's clean, and so the beach, you know, anyone that's lived by the beach, because I live by the beach in California. It's when you go to the beach, it's like you got to get the sand off and take the shower and go in the salt water and this and that. Like with the swimming pool, and we might actually go tonight just for a few minutes,
Yeah.
but you could just go for in the pool for 30 minutes, walk back to the apartment. You get that kind of feel of being in the water. Now at the pool party this weekend, I was in the pool for like 3 or 4 hours playing with the kids. We made a game called hit the person in the ball with the face. So we had these little foam balls and we were throwing them. She was doing karaoke for about 3 hours, and I was in the pool so long I started to get the pruny fingers. And she was worried about me. Tell him in Visayan what you thought was wrong was in the pool
Weird.
too long. That I was in the pool too long.
Oh, si Jessie guys, si Murag, ano siya, Murag, isa siya, Jessie belong to mermaid. So pag was na siya sa pool, dili gina siya, Murag, ako na lang dyan mismo mo, ingon niya mo, reklamo na lang dyan ko nga, syempre kay Murag dugay na, Murag makababat siya sa pool is grabe dyan kayo siya. Murag pila ka oras, kung pwede pa lang isa-isa ka adlaw dito, di siya mahulog.
Now, I do come from it. I was telling her tonight, my mom taught me to swim when I was a baby, and she would put me on her shoulders and take me into the water. And she was a trained lifeguard, but basically I was a competitive swimmer. So when I was in high school, we would swim 2-a-days and swim 5 miles a day. And we'd be so tired that we could barely crawl out of the water. And I guess like we would spend basically 2.5 hours
Yeah.
exercising in the water. So just floating around is kind of a joke. But anyway, the other thing I would like to say is just being in the Philippines as an American can be a little daunting. It can be a little stressful. It's hot. Anywhere you need to go is on a moped or a trike. So once you're out in that heat for an hour or two, you can just get, like that happened today because I was trying to get a pair of fins to go on this dive trip tomorrow, and we were just all over. And I kind of had a little temper tantrum or outburst just trying to find these fins. And then it was kind of embarrassing, but I mean I didn't have like a full meltdown, but just a minor one. And do you want to tell him about like that? And then afterwards, you handled it really well and dealt with it. But can you tell him what it's like when I kind of have an outburst and then did I calm down? Like it's different. Tell me the side.
Like what?
Like when we were driving around, I yelled a little bit. It was a minute.
Oh, like
Yeah,
like
you know, when I
today?
have a meltdown, when I overreact on something or just explain
Oh,
the song.
when you got pressure like that?
Yeah, just sing the song.
Okay, so Jessie is like, kuan siya si Jessie is ang iyang mga batasan. So Jessie nag-ingon sa ko account to translate Bisaya. So, si Jessie is like, kuan siya kanang joyful. Kuan si Jessie kanang happy, bita siya kanang ang iyang vibes is grabe po siya. Murag super pa sa kuha. So si Jessie was nga makuan siya kanang example kanang kung ma-feel mo bitaw nga murag stress na kay siya. Kung stress si Jessie is at the middle of the night, mamata na siya mga 4 a.m. or 1 a.m. So usahay, matingalan na ako nga nung, kay usahay manggod kadalasan is makamata na siya every morning like late na kaibito like mga 6 or 8 a.m. in the morning. So if Jessie is like okay, but if Jessie is not good, like stress or he have like stressful, feel like depressed or what. So makamata na siya like kuan ka ng mga early morning gid kaayo mga 1 a.m. or 4 a.m. So matingala ko sa mga tanan ko niya, okay ra ka diha nga na. Dili kay siya makatubag kay syempre so makita gyud sa imong naong sa expression niya sa iya face is like makita gyud yung mga stressful gid siya. Brag na pressure na bitaw kay siya. So ano ko siya is kung na kay mga problema like you know naarama ko sa Cebu kasi syempre kita ra magong duha diri kita rang duha ga upod. Kita rang duha diri so we've been like together like
Over a month.
yeah, a month. But na. So mo to kay syempre mas okay magud na makita nimo as early kung madugay na murag listen na magugay pod mo nang. Si Jessie is like kuan siya kanang kung ma-pressure siya murag siya kung panic attack, is that right? Panic attack. He have panic attack. Murag mugawas siya din musulod. Munang usahay ba murag kuan po kay kung siya ka nang matingala og concern po kasi iya amo nang ako sa ingon nga kanang calm down lang. Ana ko siya is mo na pinaka reason pud nga murag makalma po nimo kagalingon. So mas nindot yun ang na-adjure siya kuan bitaw ka ng ka-istorya po para ma-share po niya sa akong sa iyang mga ginapang-bati. So, more to.
Yeah. So basically, how I would put it is just being in the Philippines. You somehow like you're in a foreign country, like as an American, and so I wouldn't say culture shock, but there's a sense of like you're on an island, you're on a different nation with the different people, and the people are for the most part very friendly, and I would even say generous, but there are other, there's just, I guess I kind of react to pressure situations differently than I would in the U.S. where, like, in the U.S. I know what to do. I just go here, call this person, call that person. Here it kind of just feels a lot different, so I react to situations differently. And I think that's important for any couple with a foreigner and a age gap relationship to realize like, hey, this is not how he normally reacts to things. This is because he's in the Philippines and he's, kind of basically overreacting to a situation that he normally wouldn't act like that. So anyway, I just want to, I guess we'll end it on kind of like a happy note. So tomorrow we're going diving, and I would like to do a little bit of content around that. And basically this channel is going to be around lifestyle, budget, having fun things to do. What else? Relationships?
Yeah.
Relationships. Because everyone wants to know about the relationships, and they want to know about
and also the life in Philippines.
Yeah, and also the life in Dumaguete, because even in Dumaguete you have different areas, okay? So you have Cebulan, which we've been to, where we went to Joe's Chicken. And there's an amazing restaurant called Joe's Chicken, and you can see Cebu.
Yeah.
The only thing is bring some mosquito spray, because they will get your ankles.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but at night, the view is amazing. Like, it was literally like being at a 5-star restaurant in Pebble Beach. And yes, I've been to Pebble Beach. I've been to Laguna Beach. I've been to Newport Beach in California. I've been to Redondo Beach. I've been all up and down the coast of California. I've been to Napa. My friend is in the wine business, so we're all up and down in Napa, Sonoma. I can tell you all kinds of stories about that. But the views here are amazing. They equal anything in America, and in many cases trump it because of the wildlife. Apparently there's a wild monkey sanctuary around the corner from here, which I do have a cryptocurrency channel on x.com with 1,800 followers, and my name's Space Gorilla. They've done to your eyebrow like that. But anyway, I like monkeys, and so we might go to that with the hot springs. But I guess the point is, so you have Cebulan, Dumaguete proper with some beaches, and then if you drive farther out, you have Darwin, which is a dive area, and you can literally just drive to the water and go in and swim with exotic fish from the beach. And I've done it in like 6, 8, 10 feet of water and just be swimming around. So what I did is I got the fins and the mast today, so I can stay down for longer. And then, of course, we're going to get her set up. We've got the GoPro camera, so we're going to be doing some underwater video. And I want to get you a swimsuit with a knife, so you can be like a James Bond girl. Like if something happens, you'll probably never touch the knife while you're swimming, but it'll just look cool while you have it on. And then the other area is Valencia, which is a mountain town. And it's funny that I learned about Valencia from watching a couple that would talk for an hour, which we've talked about 44 minutes, but she liked Valencia. She seemed to mention it. Now, remember the Zumba? They were doing that Zumba class up there. So they do Zumba on Monday nights. There's a market there. There's a land bank there if you need to pull money out. Lots of nice restaurants. The Red Bar, is that where we go? Red Table?
Yeah.
We like the one restaurant because they're calamansi.
Calamansi juice.
Yeah, the juice is really good.
Yeah.
And they had a great singer. What was he?
It's like Nigeria or what?
Yeah, okay. He looked like a Rastafarian, but he's from Nigeria. And
He's singing like a reggae song.
Reggae.
So, it's like vibe.
And what was funny was when we first sat down, he sang original reggae songs or songs like Peter Tosh or something that I hadn't heard before. And I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to ask him if he can play like a couple Bob Marley standards. He did. He just did on his own.
So why did he sing the good? To
He's-
fly back there?
Okay,
right?
so on the
What's
way
the
out,
reason?
he had a little cardboard box with the note.
Like, did you put tip there?
Yeah, so his tip box, we might actually show that guy. Should we show him on our channel? So his tip box said, I'm stranded here from my home country, and I'd like to get back to Nigeria, and he's trying to buy a plane ticket to get back.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I have no idea how much that would cost. But anyway, he's a really good singer, and he's got cool. We have a dog that stops by. Should we show him the dog?
Oh, it's okay.
But anyway, we have a dog that stops by, and he likes to hang out. But he bounces on the door. So the Bob Marley guy is really good. Oh, so it sounds like a zombie.
It's okay. Don't.
Let's just let the dog in.
So what was the Valencia?
Okay, Valencia is really nice. It's a mountain town. It drops 10 degrees when you go up there. There's a market, and it has a more relaxed vibe. Like there's less traffic and stuff like that. And there's a Mr. DIY, which is good for hardware and stuff like that, or sandals, home goods. It's like a Bed Bath & Beyond mixed with the Ace hardware. Oh, there's also a good restaurant called Mexicana, and there's an expat in there named Brian and his wife from the UK, Australia, by way of Australia, and he's really cool, Brian. And anyway, Valencia is just an amazing place as well, and we live halfway between Dumaguete and Valencia, so when we think about going to the market, going to get food, going to get out to eat, we basically either choose Valencia or Dumaguete. Those are our two choices, or something real close to the house. So, should we end the video now, then?
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and we'll be doing more content. And subscribe to our channel. Please share, like, and subscribe. We need 50 subscribers in order to do lives. And then when we do lives, it'll get pushed to the top of the list, and it'll grow our channel. We would love to do some lifestyle stuff at these resorts, right? And would you swim around in the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes to
And
swim.
I mean, like update,
Yeah, update and also talk about food, right?
of course.
Because we like to eat. We like to eat. They say never trust a skinny chef.
Yeah.
But we like to eat and we like to get out. If you have some kind of adventure tour or some kind of business that we do not know about, that nobody knows about, and you want to advertise your business, please reach out to us.
Okay.
Especially motorcycles. Like if you have a motorcycle scooter business, you want someone to test drive bikes, talk about bikes, sell bikes to Americans, solar if you're in the solar business, construction business, tech, computers, or cryptocurrency, just do not hesitate to reach out. Share, like, and subscribe, and we will be back at you with another video tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.